Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all of these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Yes.
Do you think that worked?
I do think that works. I think this all works because Danny, who is behind the scenes, Unblinded team member over there, who is all the way in, what country are you in? Colombia? Danny, I always forget, but he is in another company, Venezuela, and completely knows who I'm with and knows the legend of Frank Zappa, rock legend. So apparently he's impressed with where we are. I don't know if anybody else is, but there you have it. But welcome everyone to the Heart of Influence, where we get to meet each other and see if we want to do business together. I have the honor and privilege to introduce you, and we're going to start off with, coming from Kirkland, Washington, founder of a 31-year-old global legacy, leading a utility cost optimization tech firm operating in 234 countries, has driven $75 billion in project client savings without changing a single vendor, powered by $300 billion in vendor data, and he's on a mission to transform cost efficiency for every major enterprise worldwide. No holidays, no slowing down. Let's welcome to the show, Sean Cook.
Thank you, Bella, so much. Thank you, Bella, for that fine introduction.
Well, thank you. Thank the team for putting it together. Quite an impressive background that you have, Sean. And Sean, we always kick this show off with a fun fact. Now, this fun fact could be something that you're proud of, something cool that you've done, something unexpected. But Sean, something that would make us go, Sean, no way. And so, Sean, what is your fun fact, please?
A fun fact is always about, for the past 31 years, is creating value add for end user customer, and more about collaborating and educating the consumer or consumers out there about options. And our whole philosophy is provide them options, let them make a decision. Based on that, we're 100% transparent, respect whatever decision make. We just want to make options available to them, educate them, and pay it forward. And really, that's what we continue doing worldwide, backed up with the driving power that we have worldwide.
That is beautiful, impressive. I am hearing your heart and your desire for global impact. Sean, absolutely incredible. And Sean, are you ready to have some fun today on the Heart of Influence?
I'm always ready to have fun and pay it forward.
Let's do it. Next up, coming from probably somewhere down the street here in Los Angeles, California, 11-year legal veteran of former general counsel who supported multi-million-dollar Delaware sanctuary trust investments, now channeling her expertise into high-yield real estate law and entrepreneurial ventures. In 2024, she left a decade-long corporate path and after overcoming a home burglary and fire, I'm so sorry, emerged more grounded, creative, and certain than ever. A visionary builder of legacy-driven ecosystems, she bridges law, real estate, and high trust partnerships, becoming the go-to strategic ally for impact-driven investors and founders. Let's welcome to the show, Alicia Kaza. I don't think I got your last name right the second time around, so let's make sure I got it correct.
Well, that's okay. To be honest, I didn't really. Sometimes it just goes one in, in one ear and out the other. But Kasareth, whatever you want to say, really.
Kazarov, beautiful. Welcome, Alicia, to the Heart of Influence. Also impressive background. So sorry to hear about the home burglary and fire charges for sure, but it sounds like you turned that into something great. And so, Alicia, your fun fact, please.
My fun fact, as a born and bred Angelino and longtime Laker fan, is that I got the dream of playing in a game refereed by Shaq a few years ago, and where I was smashed between this all-time ski champion Bodie Miller and some other massive dude, and Shaq stops the game and he says, "Everybody be nice to the lady," and gives me this massive hug where I actually have a photo, if you can see, and my head is the
Look
size of his
at
bicep. Yeah. Honestly, it's like the greatest day of my life. Yeah.
That is awesome, Alicia. I'm going to have a corollary fun fact when I share my fun fact. Alicia, that is awesome. Your head is the size of Shaq's bicep, and you got refereed in a game by him. That is cool and impressive. I don't know that the Heart of Influence is going to be that much fun, but it could be a little bit of fun. Are you ready for not so much fun as hanging with Shaq, but a little bit of fun hanging with the rest of us for the next hour?
Super ready.
Let's do it. Welcome, Alicia. Rolling with Alicia, we have from Queens, New York, the other side of the country from where Alicia and I sit right now, guides families and professionals through wealth growth, protection, and transparent decision-making for generational prosperity. Global investment expertise bridges strategic insights, helping clients navigate complex financial situations with clarity and confidence. Champion holistic planning, integrated family career, and philanthropic for the life that philanthropic for a life that is as rich as your portfolio. Let's welcome to the show, Joe Romano.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Welcome, Joe. Joe, have you been in any games refereed by Shaq?
No, but I can top that by saying that from Queens, I'm stuck on the LIE and in about an hour and a half of traffic in a trip that would normally take 45 minutes.
That is definitely something LA folks could relate to for sure, being stuck in traffic. And is that your fun fact, Joe, or do you got another fun fact you'd like to share with us?
No, actually, I guess the fun fact for me would be throughout my career, professionally, I've been able to travel to 55 countries to invest. So I like to think that the investment opportunities and investment advice that I offer clients goes beyond sort of the obvious, because I've actually been the one on the airplane trying to find, the next Tesla, Apple, and Google globally.
That is awesome. Traveling the world to find your clients the best investments. That's what I'm hearing, Joe. That is awesome. And Joe, are you ready to have some fun here today?
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Let's do it. Next up, going to Redondo Beach, California guides decision makers into aligned business ownerships, blending strategy, empathy, and clear pathways towards personal freedom. Translates complex options into confident choices, honoring individual strength, financial realities, and long-term life vision. Balancing analytic rigor with warm curiosity, turning immediate transactions into ground exploration possibility intimidating transactions into grounded exploration possibility and empowered action. Let's welcome to the show, Allison Offrey.
Hello.
Allison, hello. Welcome to the Heart of Influence. And Allison, your fun fact, please.
Hi, Bella. I'm so happy to be here. My fun fact is that from kindergarten through 12th grade, I attended 9 different schools in 3 different countries. And so I think that just helped me to learn how to connect with people quickly. And that helps me now in what I do as a franchise consultant.
Wow, that is incredible. And Allison, I'm going to go so far out on a limb and say, do you come from a military family?
I do not, but my father was a professor at a university, and he would have a sabbatical every 5 years where we would travel. And then my parents just changed my schools a lot as well.
Wow, that is crazy because usually that much travel in school ages, usually it's military families. So that is wow, they just love to travel and we're going places and you got to learn to adapt. That is paid forward in your career today. Allison, that is incredible. And are you ready to have some fun today?
So ready. Yes, so ready to be here.
Let's do it. Coming from Staten Island, New York, 33 years as a first grade NYPD detective, lead security for NYC dignitary, collaborating with Secret Service, State Department, and FBI. His firm specializes in law enforcement training and private security for executives grounded in decades of high-level experience. Trusted investigator from financial embezzlement to in-house inquiries, integrity, and expertise. Let's welcome to his show, Nick.
Thank you, Bella.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you for all that you have been doing to support us on an upcoming event. It is absolutely extraordinary and incredible. And we are so blessed to have a teammate like you on our team. And Nick, what is your fun fact here today?
Very old school fun fact. So I don't know if anybody's familiar with Lombardi's Pizzeria down in Little Italy, but Lombardi's Pizzeria,
Absolutely.
my great grandfather started that as a bakery. My grandmother was born
Oh.
at 33 and a half Mulberry Street on the 3rd floor, and that was a bakery. And since he couldn't speak or write English, he had his godson, Lombardi, create the Lombardi Pizzeria. Now, fast forward, I highly recommend that you don't walk in there like me and go, hey, do you know from 1905 this used to be the bakery of my great grandfather? They kind of think you're crazy and they want to move you out of there. So I never bring that up, but I've been to Lombardi's and I have the picture to prove it. But, you know, meaning 1905, there was a picture taken with my great grandfather, and my grandmother was born at 33 and a half. Why half? I have no idea. Fun fact.
That is an awesome fun fact. I cannot wait to share that fun fact with Sean because my dad's last trip into NYC, we actually took him to that pizzeria. So that is an incredible fun fact. I cannot wait to tell him. That is so awesome. Nick, you're just full of all kinds of cool stories and great things. And we are so blessed, so grateful to have you. And are you ready to have fun on today's Heart of
Absolutely. I always learn something here.
You're born ready to have fun. Let's go, Nick. Next up from Staten Island, New York, healthcare justice warrior champions fairness by providing providers with navigating the maze of medical bill laws, insurance loopholes, relentless fighting to recover every hard-earned dollar that insurance companies try to keep from those who deserve it most. Legal and Community Impact Driver empowers justice by supporting law enforcement and community leaders to bring economic justice and protect the most valuable asset they have and uphold the highest standards of integrity within the justice system. Connector and Growth Catalyst sparks dynamic partnerships and curates high-value opportunities, skillfully linking visionaries, innovators, and impact makers for business breakthroughs, influential collaborations, and personal growth on every level. Let's welcome to the show, Olga Dialescu. Olga.
Hi, Bella.
Hello, Olga, and your fun fact, please.
My fun fact, I don't know if it's a fun fact, but it's something that is truly meaningful. I actually go to the dollar store to put together care packets of self-care products, and I throw in a little like beef jerky in there for the homeless.
Oh, that is beautiful, Olga. Olga is serving the homeless with care packages and a little beef jerky so they have their protein.
That's
That
right.
is beautiful, Olga. And Olga, you ready to have some fun on your show?
Absolutely.
All right, last but not least, Mission Viejo, California, visionary connector, turning tangible industries into simple pathways, aligning relationships that unlock new value, momentum, and shared possibility for all. Champion of professionals creating access, protection, and advantage, transforming confusing systems into fair outcomes without adding burden or risk. Relentless builder of repeatable growth, multiplying results through integrity, self-mastery, and platforms designed for every participant to rise together. Let's welcome to the show, his show, Corey.
Thank you.
Hello, Corey. Welcome, and your fun fact on your show, please.
My fun fact for today is I haven't won very many raffles in my life, but one of the raffles that I won in my life was to fly in an open cockpit World War II airplane. And we were able to go up and perform a lot of combat maneuvers, which was very fun. And I can tell you that sitting in an open cockpit and going upside down was one of those things, and it was probably one of the scariest things, but fun things that I've done. But yeah, the experience of a lifetime.
That is amazing, Corey, and sounds super cool. Not an experience I would want to have, but super cool for you. And Corey, are you ready to have some fun in your Heart of Influence?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Well, I will introduce myself real quick. I'm Bella Verita. I am the co-host of the Heart of Influence. I've co-hosted more than 1,800 episodes with more than 8,000 guests of this very show. I started my entrepreneurial journey when I was 8 years old on my parents' front lawn. I sold crafts, and it was an extraordinary business model because my parents would take me to Michael's. They would buy all my crafts for me, and then I would sell my crafts on the front lawn, and I would get to keep all of the profits. Not quite how business works today, but it really worked well as an 8-year-old. But I did learn a little bit more about business at 18 years old when I was introduced to a network marketing company. By the time I was 19 years old, I was a top income earner in that company, held that record for 3 years, then went into commercial real estate where I was the first woman and youngest woman to ever be the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada, also held that record for 3 years. Then I went into sales and leadership training. In 2019, every company that I worked with doubled their sales. Now I've been part of the Unblinded team for the past 5 years, leading leadership training, co-hosting the Heart of Influence, and raising nearly $10 million for refugees in the Ukraine. And that is myself, Bella Verita. And I'm going to go, Alicia, with a corollary fun fact is on Monday, Sean Callaghy did a podcast interview with Magic Johnson, And so we had Magic Johnson in our office, and Alicia, he is not a small dude either. And I missed the whole interview because I was hosting a Heart of Influence, but I came in last minute for a picture, and he's like, jump in here. And I think like I came to Magic's belly button in the picture. And so, yes, we have a number one, Chunk Podcast is number one on Apple and Spotify. And we got to interview Magic Johnson, who was in our office on Monday. So how fun is that? You were with Shaq, I was hanging out with Magic. LA Lakers are all over the place. So thank you so much for that. And so on that note, we made some introductions. Now, Plato said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we spoke for a year. So that is what we are doing here is we are playing a game of influence because all business is built on a shared experience. We're having a shared experience. I always like to tell people this is not going to be the best hour of your entire life, but I promise you it's going to be way more fun than like one of those cheesy networking meetings at like the local diner or like meeting a stranger at Starbucks and like, hey, are we going to like do some business together? It will be way more fun than that. And we do it by playing a game because Plato, again, did say play a game with me for an hour. We'll learn more about each other than if we spoke for a year. What that game looks like is we have two participants, Alicia and Sean, and you will have the option. And so Corey, Nick, Olga, you guys are going to be in the role play seat today. One of you will get to do the role playing. And so from here is what it looks like is Corey, Nick, Olga, whoever you want to role play will be anyone that you want her to be or want them to be. A meaningful yes that you're seeking because all business to be able to grow, scale, and make impact, we've got to cause yes. So we're playing game with that cause that causation of yes. So they will be anyone that you want them to be that you would like to cause a yes with. This could be a philanthropic partner. This could be a potential business deal, a business partnership, an ideal client, a book deal, a movie deal, maybe even getting Shaq on the basketball court again. Could be any meaningful yes that you are seeking that would advance your mission in some way. And so let's go, Olga. Olga, who do you think we should start with? You're on mute, Olga.
Yes. Let's start with Sean.
Sean. Okay, Sean, would you like to role play with Corey, Nick, or Olga?
I can role play with all of them if they want.
Well, let's choose one.
We'll play with Corey.
All right, well, we'll play with Corey. So Corey will be anyone that you want him to be that you would like to cause a yes with. And so what is a meaningful yes that you would like to cause, and who would you like Corey to be?
I like him to be Kobe Bryant.
Oh, Corey, are you up for playing Kobe Bryant?
Sure.
Okay, so Sean, what this looks like is you have 3 minutes to cause that yes. Now, this is not Wolf of Wall Street meets Boiler Room. This simply could be a yes for a longer meeting that you would like to cause. So, Corey, you'll take us in by saying, hello, this is Corey, and you'll take us in from there, and you'll have 3 minutes. Let's take it in.
We got a question. So I have to make him want to be Kobe Bryant?
Now, he already is Kobe Bryant. So whatever yes that you would like to seek with Kobe Bryant.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, take us in.
Hello, this is Kobe.
Hi, Kobe. This is Mr. Cook on. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Dude, I'm doing great. You know, I admire you. You're in the gym at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. My question is, when are you ever home taking care of the kids and picking up the kids from school and giving wife some love?
I always make time for the family.
You always make time for the family. Do you always make time when you get home late at night to say hello to the kids, even though they might be sleeping?
Absolutely.
You do that. What about in the morning, you know, when you get up? You know, I've always heard things that basically basketball is your love and kids are important too, but apparently, is it true that you don't give the TV people and the press much time and much love?
Absolutely not.
if you give your kids love, why don't you, I'm just curious, why don't you give the TV press, and if you're giving the coaches love, what about the press?
Probably because the press always has something to say.
So what is it that you would need from the press for them to, for you to be a little more user friendly with them?
I think that probably being fair in the coverage and the questions is probably the most frustrating thing for me to have to deal with. So, um, making sure that they're fair and they're there to have conversation with me, and I'm there to be able to provide the answers. But there's a little bit of a respect issue possibly a lot of the time. So. And I'd rather spend my time training than and with my family than talking to people out in the press corps.
Mm. So what is it that they're going to have to do, since obviously they're there to report on the facts and, also create a good image for you, because you're unbelievable on the court, and off the court, you're unbelievable too. So what is it that they need to do to, create that little more user-friendly environment for them to get more of your attention?
I think it's just the energy and the direction of the questions and the energy that they bring to the conversation. If those things were positive and heading in the right direction, then I would definitely be more open to that.
So as long as they provide that, then you would be more open to open up the gas tank like you open it up on the court, to be a little more receptive to questions that they have for you.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. So basically, if I can tell the reporters to be a little more, not necessarily easygoing, but a little more receptive and attentive to what gets you to be comfortable, then you'd open up more to the press if they had a little more, if you had a little more comfort zone with them.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, then what we need to do is work on with the press so that they create a more.
Kobe, your teammates are waiting for you. Are you done with this interview? What's happening?
How we doing, Sean?
Doing good. So if I can make it a little more user-friendly environment for them to be user.
So Sean, we're way over. So if you want to wrap it up in the next 10 seconds.
Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate your time, and I definitely want to give some feedback to the reporters of what they need to do to be able to connect with you on a level that creates comfort for you.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if we lost what.
We're still here. Can you hear us?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. I thought
Okay.
Sean asked one final question, but I did hear some yeses in there. So great job, Sean. We'll get to the feedbackers in just a moment. And Alicia, who would you like to role play with, and who would you like them to be?
I think I'm gonna role play with Joe. And
Let's go with Corey, Nick, or Olga.
Okay, he's listed as a judge. Corey, Nick, or Olga. I'll pitch Olga.
Olga. All right, you're gonna be in the role play seat, Olga. And who would you like Olga to be, Alicia?
Olga is going to be a business investor.
Ooh. Olga, you got some money burning a hole in your pocket, looking for the right investment. Take us in.
Hey, Olga, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you for asking.
Great, lovely to meet you. I don't know if you've heard, but pickleball is taking over the world. Have you ever played?
No, but I have played tennis.
You've played tennis. Well, it's kind of like, small tennis, big ping pong, something like that. Anyways, I play in LA. What we have is a problem of not having enough courts. And what I found is that, oddly enough, in the winter, we would get rained out. And in the summer, it would get too hot. So you've only got a small window of time where you can play. So we have a lot of people wanting to play and no courts. So my idea was, well, okay, I'm going to build my own pickleball gym, right? A place where I can meet my friends, have community, obviously make a little bit of money, but really I just wanted a place to play. So what we don't have is too many places in the center of LA. We've got stuff in the suburbs. We've got one downtown. I don't want to drive downtown. We don't have anything in my neighborhood. So I'd like to open up a pickleball gym in my area of Northeast LA. How does that sound to you?
I think that's interesting, but what does that have to do with me?
Well, if you're a business investor, this is a great business opportunity, right? Like, I mean, it's projected to be one of the fastest growing sports in the world. So why not jump in on something that's growing, get the chance to make money, and then eventually, either you keep the business. My idea would probably have be an exit strategy in 5 to 6 years. Once it makes money, someone can take it bigger.
Okay. So are you looking for me to invest?
Yeah, I'm looking for an investor, also business partner, someone who'd help me out a little bit, pitch ideas off of.
Okay. Um, well, um, it's interesting that you brought that up because I am seeing some pickleball courts. In fact, I found that I ran into at our local mall, and I thought that was pretty interesting. I thought that was a great idea, although I did not see anyone in it playing pickleball, but um, I thought it was just a great idea, a good opportunity for people to, you know, go to the mall, meet people, um, be involved in the community type of thing. And so I could
Would you
probably consider it.
would you be willing to come out and play with me and see what it's all about?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Sure. I'm one
Great.
who
Alicia,
likes
she
to
got
work
that
out.
yes.
Yes, I
Olga's
did.
on her way to play pickleball. Great job, Alicia. Great job, Olga. And now we get to the feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. And then Nick, Olga, or Corey, one of you is going to put me on the hot seat in a scenario that I have no idea about. So one of you needs to be coming up with one. Olga looks like she's got one. But until then, judges, this is a time that we get to give back in the form of feedback. And so it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Alicia or Sam, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then what is one word on how they left you feeling? One word on how they left you feeling. So let's kick it off with Joe. Joe, how about your
Sure.
30 seconds of feedback for Sam, please?
Okay, sure. I apologize. I was ready to say about Alicia, but
Okay, go ahead.
with
We can
regards,
start with Alicia. Go ahead, start with Alicia.
okay, no, so the thing that really caught my attention most is the way that she ended it. I love the fact that she didn't hard pitch her on trying to invest. Instead, she invited her out to actually, try it out and see if she enjoys it. It was a fun business meeting. And I think that that will create a lot of camaraderie as well as friendship without having to hard pitch anybody. Nobody likes to be hard pitched. If it's a great idea, that obviously Olga's interested in already, it should be relatively easy to convince her if she's already looking in that direction for investment anyhow. So that would be that would be my biggest positive that I heard
And
is the
what
way
is
she
one
ended it.
word on how Alicia left you feeling?
She left me feeling like this is something that is going to do well. I think that she's done her research and she thought about the different communities that do have pickleball and the fact that she's not willing to travel. I'm sure there's a lot of other people, in her community. She probably knows other pickleball players as well. So it's a good start.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that contribution, Joe. And let's go, Allison. Allison, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Sean, please?
For Sean. Okay, Sean. Well, I thought that you did a really good job asking probing questions to really make sure that you understood what was missing for Kobe with speaking to the press. So you asked the questions and you also took the time to really repeat them back and make sure that you had a good understanding. And then also were even able to go back to him and make sure that if those issues were resolved, that he would be open. So I thought you did a really good job with that.
Ooh, beautiful. And Allison, what is one word on how Sean left you feeling, please?
I would say interested.
Interested. Love it. Thank you for that, Allison. And let's go, Corey. Corey, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Alicia, please?
My feedback would be that she did a good job with making the connections between the need for the pickleball courts in specific areas, not just in, spread out all over, giving the accessibility and being able to create that connection that makes it so that as Joe said, it's not like it doesn't feel like a hard sale. It feels like a conversation, just a general conversation. There's no chasing. There's no, direct, force being applied to the conversation, which is very nice for people that are essentially on a sales call. So I like that.
Beautiful. Love it. In one word, Corey, please.
I would say comfortable.
Comfortable. Love it. Beautiful. And let's go, Olga. Olga, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Sean, please?
Sean, I actually liked how you were asking a lot of questions to get to know him better. I think you were pretty clear and what's the word I'm looking for? Curious. And so I think you made me feel, I guess, curious.
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 Olga is curious. Thank you, Olga. Let's go, Nick. Nick, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Alicia, please?
Very interesting of the pickleball, and she was not pushy, but I would have I would have tried to probe a little more and see how she would have answered my probing questions about the pickleball. But she was even keel and she nailed it because, as we all know, Olga really enjoys any type of working out. It doesn't matter what it is. So when she let her, your investor let their guard down, when she says, "Hey, how about we just get together and test out the pickleball?" That was a home run. So one word, nailed it. So that's two words.
Nailed
Sorry.
it. That is 2 words, but we'll let it slide. Thank you, Nick, and great job, Sean. Great job, Alicia. And now I keep going, Alicia. Is it Alicia or Alicia?
Alicia.
Alicia. Okay, my apologies, Alicia. So now, Olga, you and your team get to put me on the hot seat in a scenario that I have no idea about. So do you have something in mind that you'd like to see me go from hello to yes with? And who would you like for me to role play with?
Okay. I don't have a scenario, but I can actually choose someone. Maybe Alicia with uh yeah, Alicia. Corey, do you have any ideas?
I don't have one off the top of my head. How about let's just go with a basic commercial real estate transaction.
And so Alicia is playing what role in, like, when you say basic commercial real estate transaction, what I'm causing Alicia to like take a look at a building, or what specifically is the yes I'm seeking?
Yeah, let's do that with her. She's an investor looking for a specific space, maybe a commercial, let's say restaurant space.
All right. We can go restaurant space or okay, so we'll go. Alicia, have you heard of like this chicken and pickle?
Yes, I have.
All right. So we'll go with some investing in some chicken and pickle, which
All
is
right.
a chicken restaurant with pickleball courts.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So hello, is this Alicia?
This is her.
Hi, Alicia. This is Bella Verita. Corey had set us up with just a quick 3 minute conversation to see if we might be aligned. Is now still a good time?
This is great. Let's go.
Beautiful. So, Alicia, let me ask you this. What caused you to say yes to this 3 minute meeting in the first place?
Just always interested to hear what people have to say. You know, bringing up the chicken pickle sounds really interesting to me. It's a space that I enjoy, so let's go for it.
And what is it that you enjoy? Like, what is your interest in either chicken or pickleball? Like, what is your interest level?
I love pickleball, and then after playing, I love eating.
Those are two really good combinations. And let me ask you this, Lisha. I know this is an investment conversation. Have you ever invested anything like in? Have you ever invested in anything like this, or what kind of typical investments do you do?
I haven't done anything of this magnitude yet. I usually just look for like small things here there, but nothing too big as of yet. So looking to expand.
Beautiful. So I'm hearing you're looking to expand the chicken and pickle concept, piqued your interest, and you just wanted to find out a little more information. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Beautiful. So, Alicia, obviously in this short 3 minute meeting, I'm not going to get to all P&Ls and all the investment opportunity in this meeting. However, what I can tell you is, and if you have you seen chicken and pickle popping up anywhere?
I haven't actually seen it, but I've heard of it, and familiar with a couple other similar concepts.
Yeah. So we are the fastest growing restaurant and pickleball combination in the country. We've expanded. We've opened a couple of locations in Colorado. We're looking at doing quite a bit of expansion all over the country this year. And if you know anything about our company, we are one of the fastest growing in the pickleball and restaurant industry. And if you would allow me, would love to have you come down to one of our locations. We'll fly you in if there's not one near you. We'll fly you in and sit down and take a look at all our performers, where our projections, where it is that we're going, and see if it makes sense for you as an investment opportunity going into the future. How does that resonate with you or not?
Before I go, how big of an investment are you looking for?
So that is a really great question, and we have a range of different investments depending on where you want to seat at the table per se. Do you have a number of an that you typically like to invest, or I heard you say you typically do smaller projects, but you're kind of looking for something a little bit bigger. So yeah, what's a range that you've typically gone into, and where do you see yourself wanting to expand into your investment portfolio?
I guess it kind of depends, right? Depends on the type of investment, how good I feel about it. I'd probably be looking for somewhere between 1 and 500,000.
Okay. So we definitely have some ranges in there. How about this? Before we have you fly in, why don't we set a longer meeting for the next couple of days? I'll have a complete PowerPoint of what your investment would get you back, where it is that we're going with the chicken and pickle, what, if you've invested 100,000, what that means if you invest 500,000, who some other investors are that be sitting at the table with per se, and see if it makes sense for you. And then from there, if it makes sense, then we'll fly in to come to one of our restaurants. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Awesome. Beautiful. Great job, Alicia. Corey, how did I do at your scenario? Commercial real estate, chicken and pickle. How did that resonate for you?
That was awesome. I never even heard of chicken and pickle, but now I'm gonna go look them up.
Go look them up. We had a couple pop open, and Corey, I'll come back to you for final. But Alicia, how was that for you?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I definitely liked the end part of, I do, kind of see the numbers and see, the pro forma and the projections before you commit to even traveling. So yeah, it's good. That was real professional, real smooth, real energetic.
Beautiful. And Alicia, how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence?
It's great. It's
Oh,
fun.
I think I cut out for a second.
Oh, am I back?
Yep. No, I think that was me. My
Okay.
apologies. Alicia, how was your time overall in the Heart of Influence?
It's great. Yeah, I've enjoyed how interactive it is. And obviously I've gotten to participate, quite a bit. Love the feedback. Yeah, it's a cool experience.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Alicia, for being here. Let's go, Sam, also in the participant seat. Phenomenal job. Thank you for joining us here today. An impressive background. Sean, how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence?
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Just like she had said before, very transparent, very, flow of just getting feedback and learning more about what the Heart of Influence does and see the value of not only collaboration, but the value of what you provide to, everyone across the board. So it was a very, fluid experience.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that, Sean. And let's go, Joe. Thank you for kicking us off into the participant seat, being on the show with us, driving. Your connectivity
Yes.
was great. No background noise. So thank you for being with us on the road show today. And Joe, how
And
was your time with us?
I'm finally moving at 30 miles per hour, so this is a great accomplishment. I want to thank everybody. I have to say, what an intelligent, like-minded, intentional group of people. I'm honored to have been a part of this. I truly look forward to following up with everybody. And when I say that, I truly mean this. However, I can help you, whether it's introductions to other people that I know. I do have 7,000 connections on LinkedIn. I am more than happy to, put you in touch with either anything I do personally or what somebody else would do to help you.
Love that, Joe. I'm hearing your contribution and desire to make a contribution. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for being here today. And definitely connect with Joe, connect with each other. So thank you for that. And let's go, Allison. Allison, how was your time today on the Heart of Influence?
Hey, it was great. I loved hearing from everyone. I loved hearing different styles of communicating and influencing. Bella, I thank you for role playing at the end too. I got a lot out of that. I loved all the clarifying questions you asked, and specifically, really loved because I get this question all the time about what's the investment range. So I love how you kind of turned that question around and asked what people are comfortable with. Because in franchising, again, there's also a huge range in terms of what that level looks like. So anyway, but loved it, loved connecting with all of you as well, and hope to connect outside of this.
Beautiful. Definitely, Allison. Connect with everybody. Connect with Allison. Thank you for that. And let's go, Corey. Corey, thank you for the scenario today. That was super fun. And how was it overall on your Heart of Influence today?
It was awesome. I'm super excited and I'm happy everyone was here. I thank you for everyone for participating. Yeah, it was great. It's always fun to be able to do this interaction with people and see uh, where everyone goes with their conversations and be able to provide feedback. It's great. So thank you all for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Corey. Let's go, Nick. Nick, thank you. Great contribution on your Heart of Influence. Thank you for being here and your final on today's Heart of Influence.
Every time I come on, I learn something from someone. It's an amazing 1 hour, and I'm so blessed to be in the unblinded space. So I want to thank you, Unblinded family, and everyone who is on here. Thank you very much, Joe Ravello. It's in the mail. It's coming out to you. Okay, my friend.
Thank you, my friend.
You got it.
Thank you. And Olga, phenomenal job. Thank you for putting this all together today. And Olga, how was today for you on the Heart of Influence?
It was, as always, amazing. Corey and I appreciate we put this together. It's great meeting new people, learning from you, meeting you, just connecting, collaborating to show who you are, who we are, and thank you for being here and experiencing this great ecosystem.
Well, thank you, Olga and Corey and everyone for being here today. And as I said at the beginning, the show really is designed so you guys can meet each other and learn to do more together. Our team helps facilitate that conversation. So you'll see a link for a VIP bundle in the chat. And those are our gifts to you for being on the show. There's a ecosystem group. There's some books in there. There's also an opportunity to have a conversation. You think I was decent at going from hello to yes. Definitely have a conversation with one of our ACTI agents. That phone number should also be in the chat, and just experience, what it is that we have to offer. And our team will help, bridge that gap of what more you can do together and with Nick, Corey, and Olga, because all business is built on shared experience. We've just had a shared experience here today, but we really want to help you take it further here today. So on behalf of Sean and I, we end every show by saying, sometimes we are all blind to the business possibilities and life possibilities right in front of us, and we're all blind and just learning to see. Thank you all.